My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Slay the Spire 2. Necrobinder. Lava rock. Now, I don't lava that relic, but if I have the ability to skate through the line and then just get 2 elites worth of relics from the boss, like if I can take these 3 early rests before the first elite that I have to encounter, then 1 more elite and 1 more rest, I should be able to get out of here with that lava rock. But also, if I took Leafy Poultice, I'm probably even better positioned, because I would have 2 non-base cards in the deck. Oh, Wisp and Melancholy that give me a little bit of additional power to start with, or at least they should have. Yeah, I mean, we'll see, you know? We'll see. Friendship, Grave Warden, Invoke. You know what? Give me Friendship. I got two additional ways of cheating out additional energy in this deck so far. Maybe I see like an early Berry and then we can thin deck Berry or something. Dance Macabre, Reeve, and Grave Blast. Of these, it's Reeve. Oh boy. I'll take the money. I mean, both options there are money. I'll take the money at cost of HP. Wait, I had additional energy that turn. Oops. That's okay. I'm not going to have to take damage for it. But I would have had the ability to take out the frontliner and then use Melancholy on that turn. Bone Shards. See, Bone Shards is really good if I've got Melancholy, as it kills Osti. It's also an AoE, which is really good to have in general. I'm going to use Clarity Extract here, because, God, I would love to kill one of you on first turn. I've got exactly enough to kill one of you on first turn. I do not have enough to kill one of you on first turn. I miscounted. I'm still going to be going for the draw, even though now the answer is defend, friendship, and then drop Unleash. That's a lot of damage, buddies. That's a lot of damage to be doing right now. Just saying. Thank heck we've got this Melancholy here, as well as the AoE that we just picked up. Otherwise, we would have no chance. And even then, we still might have no chance. Okay. Still alive, comfortably. Locking pretty comfortably as well. Great. Veil Pierce of Fear and Drain Power. I think just Drain Power to upgrade the deck over time here is probably better. I'll take the Drain Power upgrade. Can I go colorless here? No. Dirge. I need things to turn my energy back into useful value for us. Bone Shards is going to need an upgrade. And then... yeah, cool. We get more max HP before we rest. So we get more HP from the rest that we were going to take before we start going for elites. I'm going to use Stable Serum so that I can keep the Wisp and Melancholy in hand. Yeah. Okay. Wisp, Bone Shards, Bodyguard, Strike, and then Drain Power has to target Strike, Bodyguard, and Strike in the discard pile, which are 3 of the most important ones. We also killed Osti there, meaning that this Melancholy is going to be significantly cheaper in the next cycle. 13, 19. Friendship, Melancholy, and then Melancholy is now 1 cost for this cycle. Reeve, Strike, Unleash, Drain Power. Melancholy draw this turn could save it. Bone Shards, Bodyguard. Reeve, Unleash, just enough for lethal that turn. I feel like pull aggro is probably significantly more impactful than Deathbringer here for us. Unfortunately, I have to rest in the next side as well, which bodes pretty poorly. Bone Shards before pull aggro gets us a little bit of movement on Melancholy. Also nice to note that we are actually playing a deck that does have AoE for this fight. Hopefully I draw it after I can kill the enemy. Sadly, I draw my AoE exactly once per 2 cycles here. It's okay, though. Yep, get out of here without being scathed even further. Negative Pulse into Eidolon and Dirge. Do I really want to try and Eidolon this deck down to 3 cards that aren't even scaling in any way? No. I'll be honest, I don't currently see the trajectory for this deck. I think that kind of started as soon as I got Wisp and Melancholy as my first 2 cards. I will say I'm liking how efficient we are getting with Melancholy. Attack bot, fetch. Yeah, I'm gonna design towards us not needing to rest it, because if we do have to rest, we've already lost it. We have so little value from this floor that I really think that we have to try and scam our way out of here. Jackpot. I'm gonna Blessing of Forge hit all of these with an upgrade, getting upgraded jackpot cards. Nice. Right-hand hand, on death, misery. Throw the double dirge on the field. I could have thrown right-hand hand as well. Oop. Sick. Aussie died twice that turn, so... we're now dealing with a significantly higher value melancholy. That said, I've got -3 strength, so we're going to have to find our damage from basically just Austie. And undeath. Which actually went pretty well there. Dang. Yeah, that was going to be the worst case scenario. Getting wounds in the deck and not being able to draw past them. It's not like there was a huge density of block in that deck either. That was... it was very much in a position of, like, we had to god draw consistently to have a chance. Hello, we got it. We got the glam. I'm going to take an aggressive line with glam here. Pardon, I accidentally unmuted and muted my mic rather than pausing. There's that fight done. Woohoo, we did it immediately. Damn it. Let's take double snap to add retain to 2 cards in hand as our glam. I mean, yeah, that can be pretty valuable. It can do decent damage as well. Light Strike, Afterlife, and Fear. Let's get Blight Strike. That with Retain can be pretty good, I think. A Relic, please. Whenever you rest, you mount a card to your deck. Cool. Colorless cards, generally more valuable. Shockwave, huge. Dark Shackles is also a really good card to retain there, but Shockwave is just a giant impact card. Hey, whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. Great. So I know I'm going to be resting after this fight. And we even get an additional card while we do so. Sick. Sadly, I'm not especially efficient at defending or offending here. I can only deal 8 more damage this turn, which means I can't get the enemy towards lethal. I have to triple block this turn to have any chance to survive, which means I'm not going to be able to do anything after either. Yeah. Wait. No, I'm literally alive by 1 HP. Hey, what the hell? When you rest, procure 2 random potions. We've got when you rest, and when you rest. Deathbring and Death's Door, Blight Strike. Let's get that Death's Door. I'll rest for a block potion, a speed potion, and adding a card to the deck. Negative Pulse is exactly what we're looking for there. Don't think I can take Speed Bot there, though. Okay, Block Pot. Shockwave, I'll Snap to retain 2 defends. That's a really good idea. Uh-huh. Unleash double defend. Next turn is going to have Negative Pulse and Death's Door. Actually, Blight Strike Death's Door. Bodyguard for additional defense. Blight Strike, Negative Pulse, defend that doesn't retain, keeping the other. 24, that's tough. I'll look at the skill pot this turn, see if I have, nice, the ability to give the enemy weaken, because I, well, actually, Doom, because I do. I then also have the ability to defend with a single card. Snap to retain aggression. Beautiful. That'll do it. GG. Terrorial down. We take basically no damage. Basically no damage. Countdown. At the start of your turn, 6 doom to a random enemy. That gives us the ability to Death's Door every single turn for full value. Yeah, 0 damage in that Terrorial fight. Wild. Whenever you play 3 cards, 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength, says Shuriken. However, that strength is only useful for Necrobinder's attacks rather than Ossi's attacks. Ossi is unaffected by our strength. Sculpting Strike, Reave, and Pull Aggro. I'm leaning towards Pull Aggro for additional defense consistency. Maybe just 1. And I want to upgrade Countdown quite badly. So I already know what this next lead is. Yeah, it's the AoE fight. We're pretty well prepared for that already. Shockwave into vulnerability. Use the energy pot to pre-strike 2 of you. Not against it, actually. Especially because it does 9 damage. Nice. Pulse, Door, and Blight Strike will kill the back line. Take the front line down as well. Now it's just 1 of you attacking each turn. Although, I think next is both. Yeah, 18 incoming. Comfortably defended this turn with the Negative Pulse and Death's Door. So only like 2-3 damage that fight. Massive Popper. Scourge. Yes. Yes, I'll happily take a single copy of that. A little bit of Doom and draw a card. Lessons used by this. Badonis? How's Badonis for us? No, I don't have Badonis. I have Skulk and Colony. Skulk and Colony we got a lot better at with the consistency of our defense. I want to take the additional elite. It's just I don't want to have to take the HP to take them. Common cards that I want to add to this deck. I mean, Negative Pulse I would happily add another copy of. There's not too many others, though. Okay, I'm going to take the 14 HP and I'll rest on the other side of this elite. It's another Abyssal Worm. Will definitely weaken you. Countdown, double defend. With Countdown out on the board, we are now able to use Death's Door. Bodyguard Scourge. Full aggro, negative pulse, and another Death's Door. We drop Shockwave. Now we're really comfortable. Bodyguard, Unleash, Snap to retain a strike, and then we just kill you next turn. Easy. Weak Potion, Permafrost, Putrefy. Yes. I'm gonna stop for a second so that I can hover. Heal for 30% of your max HP, 20 health. Add a card from the Dreamcatcher, plus 15 HP from the Regal Billow. Procure 2 random potions from Tiny Mailbox. This is like when you make a roll in Baldur's Gate and it shows you all of the modifiers. Cure All versus Blessing of the Forge. Ooh, pass. Yes. I do think weaken is important, but versus Blessing of the Forge. I'll keep the weaken. So that I can use it on Waterfall Giant after they've exploded. Or, sorry, as they're exploding. Bodyguard, Putrefy, Unleash. Snap to retain Blight Strike and a defend that I won't play. Play the other defend. Perfect. Got a Shockwave before Blight Strike, and that turn sadly lose pass, but that's okay. That wasn't going to be especially relevant for a while anyway. $16 incoming. I gotta use Unleash when I see it. Hey, we did draw Death's Door. That's exactly the card I was hoping to draw. Speaking of a card that I gotta play when I see it, I saw Unleash again, and then I didn't play it. It's 50 something. 53. And yeah, that'll be absolutely no problem. Oh my god, even the Beating Remnant would have just completely saved us. Eidolon versus Necromastery. I will say Necromastery would see a lot of value here. A lot of value? I'd see a fair bit of value. Yeah, because I'm trying to over-defend, but I don't feel like I'm going to be able to consistently do that next floor. At least not without additional energy. I just don't think Eidolon's going to change anything here. I think Sentry gives us the ability to scale our Shuriken a little bit more, but at the cost of not using it and low damage, I'm going to take the Necro. Phylactery Unbound, even more max HP, certainly helps with the Necro Mastery. Having not removed any cards on the first floor, I could strike left and just remove 2 strikes early. Which, yeah, we'll do that. Scourge into Death's Door for full defense. And then throw a strike for fun. Ooh, you took my countdown. That's unfortunately like a lot of my damage. There you go. Thankfully, because we can ground you, we will get our card back. Full aggro Fear Fountain, no thank you. I will take Countdown back, though. Shockwave Death's Door easily. Happy to see Festive Popper really helping us out here. Perfect. Cleanse, Sculpting Strike, Sick'em. Sick'em does give Aussie more max HP, but off the back of Aussie attacks, which we don't do. I think Cleanse is really reasonable here. Oh, you may choose any number of options and rest sites. That's just the ability to rest every time. Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I wasn't planning on taking a relic, but that was definitely worth it. I still need some more support for AoE, and I don't care that much about vulnerability, so give me Exterminate. Sadly, yeah, we go to a shop here that we can't use, but now we have the ability to rest for free. Which I think I should probably do first, because then, yeah, I get a card, and I might want to upgrade the card. I think the deck is thick enough to benefit from Melancholy. Yes. Bottle Potential is probably more valuable there for us. Let's start with Cure All, see if I can find nice Assaults of Doom to set up Death's Door. Then Putrefy, Exterminate. Shockwave Bodyguard End. Necromastery Snap to keep a Defend and Scourge, which is draw. Scourge. I'll Unleash for 27. I really want a Blight Strike as well. Yeah. Okay. Enemy took a bunch of damage while hitting me. We play Melancholy for almost free. I'm gonna Bottled Potential now. I got 2 more energy this turn, and I'd like to use it on something. Countdown, Bodyguard. A little bit more damage than I wanted to take that turn, but Prayer Wheel is what we pick up. Melancholy Poke and Sicken, though thank you for additional copies of those. Strike. Cards containing strike deal 3 additional damage. Then additional turns of vulnerability and weakness. Oh, Banshee's Cry. Do I have enough ethereal cards for that? I've got 1 ethereal card and I don't even play it often. I do not. Colorless Potion versus Strength. Colorless significantly better than the Strength Potion for us. Start with Pass. I'll look in the Colorless spot as well. Ooh, Rolling Boulder. Sure. Rolling Boulder, Necro Boulder as well. I'm just buying time. Only reciting memorized lines. Hold up. I can kill that chump. I don't have to worry about the damage you're going to try and deal. Flex Bot, Sick'em Snap, and Drain. No. Right hand. Yes. Actually, no, that was right next to Debilitate, wasn't it? Debilitate's the correct choice there. Let's give the Debilitate an additional turn of vulnerability and weaken doubling. Regen versus those. Regen. Severance versus another countdown. I don't feel like Severance particularly fits in this deck. I mean, yeah, Necromastery has to be played. Potion of Doom on the front line, it guarantees that it will die at the end of this turn as well. We'll get lethal one of these days. Please. Summon through Strike. Blight Strike takes out that second line. 7/7. I mean, it doesn't feel right that you come up the turn after dying to Doom. That feels mean. Okay, getting Countdown out on board, so we've got 9 Doom at the top of each turn should certainly help us. I literally don't have the ability to take a target off the field now. So defend and unleash for big damage then. Just one of you. Sadly, the other two come back up before you die. God damn. We're in the doom spiral. I should have hit this regen potion ages ago. As soon as I hit the regen potion, we win. Not that it did happen. I wanted that to happen. Well, there goes the regen potion. Pantograph. At least we're out of the fight. God damn. Invoke, flatten, defile. Nope. If the invoke was upgraded, I'd be able to take that, I think. God damn it. Well, this is all feeling pretty tough. Great retention that turn helps us through. The miniature tent and Dreamcatcher, Regal Pillow, and Tiny are really the power that this run has to hang its hat on, which is not what you ever want to say about a run. Our defense consistency just isn't high enough to be able to do what we're trying to do. It's not far, to be clear. Seance versus Defy. I almost feel like it has to be Defy. And when I say almost, I mean I do. Explosive Ampule and a Power Potion. No Escape gives us a possible trajectory for winning this fight. I'm probably going to have to use the Power Potion at the top of it as well. I don't know what the hell we... Like, it's straight up then... If I can survive this fight, it comes up to the boss relic of the next floor and to whether or not I can turn this around for us. Let's look at the Power Pot. Yeah, Reperform. Countdown, negative pulse, defy to turn around and weaken. Putrefy, debilitate without turning around yet. And melancholy. The reason for that is the double weaken plus facing rocket. Yeah, you're only doing 19 damage this turn. I can full block that with... I could have full blocked that with a Death's Door. Definitely gonna double snap, keep Light Strike and Scourge. God, I'd love to have additional energy. I'm struggling so much just to use what I have. Cleanse or defend. I'll Light Strike to turn around and then drop a Bodyguard. We've got Snow... Sorry, not Snow. Shockwave next turn. Death's Door, Shockwave. We managed to fully defend against incoming damage as well as set up additional vulnerability we can take advantage of. Okay, no escape is a straight up kill, turning around. Then defend, cleanse through just a basic attack. Also about 35 HP through this fight. Um, negative pulse, full aggro. Okay, sick. Debilitate sets up for Blight Strike, will Scourge to a new cycle, and the enemy's dead. Yeah, we managed to make it out of that floor. Okay, I really don't know where it comes from. Neurosurge is bad? Good? It's additional setup and energy, but it only does it once. Oblivion. If I was triggering something per time, I doom the enemy, maybe. But I'm not. I don't play that many cards in a turn. Spirit of Ash, don't play that many ethereal cards. So it does come down to Neurosurge or nothing. I'll take the Neurosurge. I'm not always going to be able to play that, though. At the start of combat, put a random power into your hand. It's free to play this turn. The annoying thing about that is if I, like, cut out Neurosurge, now Countdown and Necro Mastery become the cards that we draw with that, which is significantly better for us. Additional energy, but Vaku plays my first turn. I don't want that. But I'm a little worried I have to. Because I need the additional energy. Alright, Vaku. I trust you. Oh, that took a lot to say. Don't betray me. Oh, sick. I get to keep those cards that I played. And they're both powers, so I'll never get another benefit. I mean, look, at least we took a target down. Yeah, it could have been worse. God damn. Take 4 damage off the field. Let's try that explosive ambule for the sake of everyone. Okay, that time I was trying to pause and I accidentally muted the mic. I need to put those buttons further away from one another. Speed pot, bone shards? No, killing Ossi's HP is not a good thing for me. Death March. Don't draw that many cards in a turn. No. Lethality versus Haunts. Really don't think lethality is that good, but it is a multiplier on top of multiplier on top of multiplier, so it could get pretty good. Oh, would love to follow up with Debilitate that turn. Cool. Snap those cards in hand. Drop a pulse. Use a speed pot this turn to double defend, take no damage, keep all of the HP on Osti. Lethality, Putrefy. Now, Exterminate is 24. Enemy does another 24 themselves. Defy. Scourge. Pull aggro. Unleash. And Light Strike. 7 more damage to us, but the enemy goes down. Duplicator. That's pretty good. Whenever you blind Doom, gain 2 block from Shroud. yes-ish defense with the trajectory, and I'll take another pull aggro. It's upgraded. We'll dodge the elite to take a early shop here. I mean, getting Shockwave out on turn 1 consistently, that's pretty good, Vaku. You don't have to play every first turn perfectly. I'm never going to ask that from you. You've been doing really well so far. Lethality. Yeah. I gotta split the damage because otherwise the frontliner is just gonna go down way too easy, way too quick. Yeah, I got literally 90 damage for that frontline now. The rest of our HP is comfy because we've already got the Osti block. GG. Wisp upgraded. So it's the ability to play an additional edge. I mean, yeah. In that first cycle, I do need the additional energy on Wisp. And Ethereal does more work. I've got now 3 Ethereal cards in the deck. Only 2 of them that I even consider playing. I do think maybe that's worth it just because it becomes our biggest attack pretty quickly. Additional energy on turn 1. I feel like additional energy on turn 1 so that rather Vaku has the ability to play out more of the hand, so that if my best card is just a little bit further in the hand, he can still get to it. Well, that's not the case here, but at least we take no damage. Hey, sick! Defy, and then Debilitate to double the weakness of that. Putrefy will keep that up. Enemy's big damage turn is 18. Oh my god, 18 big damage points. And then they have to take a turn off to recover. No, they don't. Never mind. I was actually lying to you for a prank. $27 on the Blight Strike. That's the 50% modifier from lethality and another 50% modifier from vulnerability. Am I going to be resting soon after this? I think not. You saw, but that is, I'm afraid, not enough to get you away from the ground. Ethereal card cost. Time Eater kind of is asking me to take an Eidolon for this deck now, though. Sure. Melancholy, snap to just Keep a couple cards. No problem with that. Shockwave, Bodyguard, and Cleanse through the worst in the draw. Lethality sets up Debilitate for that turn. Actually, I'll follow up with 54 from Unleash. Eidolon out all these slimes. The thing is, I'm not actually going to get back to a new draw pile, so I might as well just, like, play them. We'll aggro twice with full defend. Not thrilled about the 44 incoming that turn. That hurt. $31. Oh boy. I would have had to I would have loved to have a lot better block than that. Scourge, Blight Strike, and Death March. None of those change out ways. Spur is nice to have at least. Bag of marbles. I kind of want to go. No. I've got to hit both of the rest sites. I feel like this run is going to get to the bosses, but that's where it dies. Right hand. I mean, it's the way to gain additional strength. I feel like I'm missing like a capstone piece pretty badly. Not bad. Managed to fully kill the frontliner as well as protect our max HP afterwards. Mm, 14 and 9, not lethal. Can use it to set up for lethal next turn, or at the top of the next turn with Doom. Okay, I've now played a couple ethereal cards. That'll finish it. A no escape drawn at exactly the right time, I say. That invoke matters. Deathbringer matters a lot less because we've got the bosses up at the end. I'll take Seance. It's another way to destroy withers that we might draw into otherwise. Upgraded uncommon attack. Which of these can I least give up? I feel like I can least give up Duplicator. Duplicator hitting a lethality or necromastery, probably. Veil Piercer giving free ethereal cards is probably worth it. No, debilitate. That's how we survive. Debilitation and consistency. I'm gonna have to rest after this anyway, so I might as well take the fight. Huge debilitation right there. 22 incoming damage. What a weenie. I sneezed 2200 damage. Sorry, 2222. Righto. Debilitation's gone from that turn, unfortunately. Debilitation's back! Woo! Oh my god, it's back again. Tell a friend. There you go. Down the Mechanite, and Pot of Ghouls. Ghoul. Add 2 souls into your hand, Anchor gives a 10 block on turn 1, and then, sadly, bunch of cards that don't do dunk. Let's upgrade Seance so that's actually playable in this deck that has no energy whatsoever. Drain Power. A single Drain Power to upgrade the cards in our discard actually kind of seems slick. But it's up against Putrefy, and I think I need that significantly more. This is going to be the harder of the 2 fights for us to get. The Eidolon destroys our net! No! God damn! Thank heck I've got a no escape left in the deck. I'm going to add the 2 souls to hand so that I can draw some cards and play some cards this turn. There we go. Double Necromastery? I think it's got to be double, and it's got to be double on a later turn for no escape to try and reach for lethal. Invoke. Scourge. Light Strike ends. I don't need to play Fall from Below there. It's literally, this fight is just about the doom number on that enemy. Okay. Neurosurge into Putrefy, Debilitate, Debilitate. No Escape's 30 hits. The next time that we get back to No Escape. Okay. Putrefy to keep the vulnerability. Oh, actually, Shockwave. If I play another card this turn, I take damage. Wait, is Eidolon also dead because I played in the opening hand? No, okay. I'd love to see that alongside some Withers. Ow. Duplicate and no escape. 70, and then 140. Lethal. GG. Alright. So that leaves us with no potions as well as half HP to try and take on the test subject. I'm not certain how well that's going to go for us. Thankfully, we do get the health from Pantograph at the start of the boss combat. Snap actually hits retain on Melancholy. Wow. We almost killed you on that first turn. You're pretty mad about that, I guess, right? Ooh. Think that guy can weaken the enemy that turn, huh? God damn. I wasn't planning on drawing no more damage. God damn it. Oh, okay, thank you, Beating Remnant, for saving me so much of my HPs. I can't play Neurosurge yet. That's not for this cycle. Let's Defy and Lethality. I'll Scourge, looking for additional defense, which we do find some of. Spur. Shroud doesn't actually do that much block here, but Pull from Below is 48 damage, which matters. Yeah, sadly I don't have that much more HP, and I do not think we are getting through the rest of this one. God damn it! No! I am so glad that we got to utilize all three? All three? Are there any other of the relics that trigger on resting at a campsite? I need to know. Whenever, no, that's whenever you enter a shop. Whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat. Okay, that's not whenever you rest. Whenever you rest is the keyword. The keywords rather I'm looking for. I'm pretty sure the answer is no, but I just want to make absolutely certain. Oh no, there is another one, but it's a Meows bonus, which is whenever. No, it's not up there. It's in Ancients? Yeah, it's in Ancients for oh wow, there's a thing I still haven't taken. Which is Stone Humidifier. When you rest at a rest site, raise your max HP by 5. We were just short. Hell yeah. It might not have won, but every rest was worth its weight in gold. And it got a lot further, realistically, than I thought this deck ultimately deserved. We got double Debilitate, which got us as far as we possibly could get later in these fights. I do think the Eon Glass fight was reasonably good. Even though I took a lot of damage, we set it up in such a way that we actually had an out, whereas I don't think we had an out in that fight the majority of the time. Alas, ramping damage all the way up to 55 on the third turn, the second form attacks us. Just a bit too much for us to live through. For the moment. My name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content to the game past, present, future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And I rob the thank you and a special thanks to this episode to Dyla. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.